Abstruse Beats.
Good morning, family. I'd like to talk to you today about the substance of your music, about having a positive message in your music. Why is it important? Well, if we think about the demographic of people, and I'm talking specifically to rappers, but it can also be to R&B artists, country, any genre of music, really. But in this segment, I'm talking more to rappers, people who make gangster rap music, trap music, um, any kind of music that would fit in that category, even if it's just hip hop. I want to talk about really having a positive message. And why is it important? Well, as you know, whatever city that you're living in, especially in the bigger cities, you might have recognized how there is a negative tone throughout the neighborhood. And it doesn't matter where you go, any neighborhood that you go to, you can probably feel this negative tone. And you can probably even feel it if you go to your local Walmart, places where more minorities are congregated. This is very important, especially in your music, because your music is going to be something that someone else that you have may never have contact with is going to hear. So what I'm saying is that, what is your overall message when someone, your listener, listens to it? What is going to be the takeaway? Is your takeaway only about money, clothes, women, fast cars, material things, which really have no substance? Once you get scratch the surface, really that's all that's there. Is that kind of where your music is? And I'm not saying you're a bad person or dissing on you. I'm simply trying to um, motivate you to take on this assignment, not assignment, but more of a, it's more of a challenge. Can you do it? Because oftentimes people won't do it because they're afraid that they're not going to get listeners, and they're not going to have fans that like their music because they want to kind of fit into the mold. But what I'm saying is, challenge yourself to break out of the mold. And one way to do it is by really paying attention to your message. Do you have a positive message? So, how can you do it? Well, when you think about trap music, think about how a lot of the trap music takes on this darker feel, and usually it's because of the keys that are being played, and they're usually diminished keys that have the kind of scary movie sound, which is fine. You can really do some things with it. But I'm saying, can you challenge yourself to have a positive message even in those diminished keys, diminished songs that have that feel? Can you do it? I think you can. And why is it important? Because at the end of the day, when you're dead, ask yourself, what is going to be the message that you left? Is it going to be simply about you were a hustler and you had many women and you did this, you did that, and it really has no substance? Do you have a message other than that? If you don't, can you change it? Can you do something other than that? For example, let's say you have somebody that's listening to your music who's really feeling on the edge, and as soon as they pop in your tape, they're going to go kill somebody because it just pushed them over the edge. So I'm saying that maybe with your song, that person who was on the edge, could you help him from not going over the edge? Maybe by having a positive message about keeping your head up. In other words, it was that the struggle is real, I understand, but you can make it. You can get past this uphill battle, so to speak. There is light at the end of the tunnel, saying. So what I'm saying, and that's what I'm saying, is that if you can do that with your music, to have a positive spin, even if you are uh, deep in negativity, can you have a positive spin on your music? Is it a negative tone or is it positive? And I really want to stress this because there's so much music out there that has this negative tone, and even if it's not really so negative, it's superficial. It's only about having a good time, partying, and those things aren't bad in themselves. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying, can you do more than just talking about having a good time and talking about money and clothes, because a lot of cats are doing that, and it's been done for many years. Like I said, since the beginning of even gangster rap music when it started, that's kind of what it was all about. And think about who's behind this, who has really penetrated into the communities of the minorities, poor people like you and I. You know, it's really sad that that has taken place, and that it was really a war game against minorities, blacks, Mexicans, and now we have a big population in prison, in the graveyards, and it's something that we can as a people take back. I don't care what color you are. I don't care if you're Mexican, black, Chinese, Korean. We're all the same. We all bleed blood. So I'm telling you, I'm asking you, I'm actually trying to motivate you to do something positive with your music for the next generation, or even just for yourself. That, because that's where the real power is at. The real power is being able to take it back, to know who you are, and to be a man that helps the next man, so that man can help that man, and so on and so forth, rather than tear each other down through the music where it's all trash and all garbage, and really taking away the respect from your listener. Help your listener to really have substance in himself, to respect himself. And you can do that with your music by having a positive message, telling them if you fall down, you can get back up. If you're having a hard time, you can get through this. See, that's where the power is at. And once you do that, you will have the key to be successful in your listener's ears. And your listener is going to be the one who's going to help you to understand that you do have a movement taking place, a shift in the mindsets of your listeners, because it's a war against the minds, and it's been going on for years. And there are those people who are trying to kill us, to have us kill each other through our music. The music is a very powerful force, and your music can either have a positive tone or a negative tone. And whether you believe it or not, it is there. And that's why music is very powerful. So friends, if you found this video helpful on your journey, whether you're making beats, rapping, singing, whatever it is you're doing, have a positive message. Thank you. I'll see you next time. Peace.
Abstruse Beats.